Hey guys, and welcome to my walkthrough for Crushing and for Brutal for Uncharted. Now I'm using the same clip and everything for both playthroughs because there are actually no enemies to kill in this chapter. So I figured instead of doing like two separate things and wasting my time with that, I'd rather just do the one, get it over with. And honestly, it's probably the most tedious chapter you're gonna face. First time you play through it's pretty cool actually. Because you get to sort of like explore the story and the game and all of the gameplay features and all that. But, you know, this is, I want to say, accurately the 8th or 9th time I've played through this. Mainly because, like, with these trophy guides I do, it's all on a separate PlayStation account to my standard one. So when I first got this game, I played through it on normal, then Crushing and Brutal. So that was 3 playthroughs, and then I did a speed run. And then I did the Donut Drake speedrun, so that was 5 playthroughs on my main account to like 100% this game. And then I've done it already on normal. No, I did it on easy because I forgot to do it on normal to unlock Donut Drake. And then I had to do it on normal, then Crushing, and now Brutal. And then I've got speedruns to do still. So fun times. I played through this game a lot, I know it back to front. So hopefully there won't be too many times where I mess up. Now, to start with, it's kind of just follow what I'm doing, I guess. And I'm going to say that a lot because I've already said in the first episode of my Crushing playthrough, and I'll most likely say it at the beginning of my Brutal playthrough, that I just want to sort of talk about other stuff while I do this, because the game is so cool itself. I'm a massive Naughty Dog fan, a little bit of a fanboy, not going to lie. Which is why you're going to be seeing all of the Uncharted games on here. You're going to be seeing The Last of Us. When The Last of Us 2 comes out, you'll see that. Which, by the way, I cannot wait for. I will be jumping straight on that. It's going to be so much fun. But, yeah, now, even though there are no enemies in this, you can die. And whilst that's not really going to set you back much, because you're not going to have to then go and kill enemies, I find it so much more infuriating when you die on the parkour elements of this game. I don't really want to call it parkour elements, because they're kind of... They are and they aren't parkour-y. I don't really know what I mean by that. Anyway. Push that down and then jump down there. I'm going to skip the cutscenes in this just because I don't personally think we should have to sit through them all. So if like it seems a little bit cut up and stuff, it'll be most likely that I've got rid of a cutscene or one of those long cutscenes that everyone hates that we have to sit through and can't skip, just to try and make this a bit quicker and more concise for you guys. Just because otherwise we're going to be here all day watching cutscenes and watching all that stuff. So yeah, to anyone who is watching, I just want to say a thank you for starters, because, you know, this is all new stuff to me. Not YouTube in general, I've done a lot of stuff on YouTube, a lot of stuff. It's just, this is something that really hit home for me, the whole trophy thing. Because I've had my PS4 for, what, I think 9 months now, maybe 10. But I had a PS3 before that, and trophies were kind of cool at the time, but like, I wasn't really big into them. It was just over summer now. I'd been working really hard at university, and I got home for summer, and I just bought my PS4. And I kind of sat there, I was like, what should I do? And I played The Last of Us on the PS3, and I did enjoy it, but I was so young at the time. I was probably like 16, 17. So I don't feel like I appreciated it quite as much as I should. But regardless, I bought it on PS4 as well as Until Dawn, and they were my first 2 PS4 games. I bought Little Big Planet 3 as well, because I was a massive Little Big Planet fan back in the day. But I played through that, and oh my days, I was hooked. I played through The Last of Us in so much detail. I took in everything from that game. I read every single collectible I found. I checked out all the scenery. I kept messing around on photo mode, because I thought it was incredible. And then I played Until Dawn, and I loved that too. And I thought, like, while I was playing these, I saw these trophies pop up, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Like, I wouldn't mind, you know, trying to get all of those trophies. So I looked on the little trophy guide and I saw all the trophies listed down, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to give that a go. But I also saw the percentages of people which had them. Now, Until Dawn, I think it was maybe 10% of people had the platinum or something. It might be less than that, because 10% is quite a lot. But I saw that and I thought, oh, it can't be that hard to do. So I checked out where all the collectibles were, and went for that, and I figured out how to save everyone and kill everyone and stuff, and it was really fun to do, and it didn't take that long. It took like 10 hours or something. But before I did that, I looked at the Last of Us ones, because that was a game that I loved, and it is to this date my absolute favourite game. I'm in the process of getting a Last of Us 2 sorted out, and I'm going to be getting that on my shoulder. It's going to be the Firefly emblem with Ellie's knife between it, and it'll have the words "Endure and Survive" to the left and the right of it, which I'm pretty excited for. But I looked at all that, and I saw to get the platinum I needed to do loads of stuff. I had to complete it on the hardest difficulty. I had to, you know, get all of the collectibles, all that stuff, and it was going to be difficult. It was going to be challenging, but it was going to be fun. So it took me a very long time to do it on, what are the difficulties? It's not Grounded. Grounded was the DLC one, which I did as well, because I went for 100% on that game and achieved it. But it was, what's it called? It starts easy, normal, hard. Is it Survivor? I think Survivor rings a bell. So I did it on Survivor, and then Survivor Plus, and that was difficult enough. But then Grounded was phenomenally difficult. Not because of, like, the enemies doing loads of damage, even though they did. It was more the ammo constraints, and it's the same on Uncharted because they're both Naughty Dog games. If you go on crushing, you get no ammo on Uncharted, no ammo whatsoever. There's ways around it that I will be showing you guys in that walkthrough. However, the ammo in both games was so scarce, it was unreal. Like, for me, because I'd always been a big gamer, but I was more sort of Xbox gaming, which a lot of people right now are going to be like, no, get out of here, blasphemy, all that stuff. But I've kind of gone off my Xbox. I still have it, and I still play on it, but nowhere near as much as I play on my PS4. I just prefer it, I don't know why. Just because, probably because of the exclusives, to be honest, because PS4 has absolutely obliterated that at the moment. What have we got? You know, I bought Horizon Zero Dawn, which was phenomenal. The Last of Us Remastered, the Uncharted series. There's so many of these exclusives. You know, we've got Crash Bandicoot coming out, and I'm just like, yes. You know, it's taken the industry by storm, as opposed to Xbox, where, you know, Halo back in the day was my absolute favourite. Oh my days, there was nothing better than coming home from a long day at school, sitting down, turn on Halo 3 on my Xbox 360 and playing custom games for a good 7 or 8 hours straight with my friends over Xbox Live. That was honestly the peak of enjoyment for gaming for me, I think. Even though I do still love gaming at the moment, I just don't have the time for it as such, which is a shame. But I'm trying to make more time for it. Even though when I procrastinate, I play games, obviously, but it's not as fun because you've got in the back of the mind things you've got to do. So that's kind of why this whole YouTube thing is kind of cool, because it lets me do something which is kind of working as well as play games. So I've got like the best of both worlds there. So yeah, learn a bit about me, which is kind of weird. I wasn't really expecting that, but you know, I may as well throw that in there, keep you guys a little bit entertained, as well as, you know, showing you how to play the game. Most of you probably won't need this video because it's so linear. There's nothing to really know. You just do it and you go through it. There's no enemies, and it's the same with Chapter 3 as well. I was actually debating whether to put these up, but I figured for a whole walkthrough you need to put these in. I was also considering getting the treasures in these as well and showing the cutscenes, but I figured, you know, if I've not got it up at the moment, I will at some point have a treasure guide, because I've already recorded myself collecting all the treasures on this game. I will have a guide up for that that's a bit more concise, just shows you the key locations, as opposed to people who want treasures having to look through this entire walkthrough for them. It would be a bit of a pain. But yeah, if you have any game suggestions at the moment that you'd like to see trophies for, anything like that, hit me up. I'm cool for that. I will happily go and buy the game and go through it. The games I've got at the moment are Destiny, Last of Us Remastered, Little Big Planet 3, Dishonored 2, Dishonored, Dark Souls 3, Horizon Zero Dawn, Resident Evil 7, all the Uncharted games. What else have I got? Loads of downloaded ones, like The Witcher, which is really cool. I've not actually finished that yet, so that would be difficult. But there's loads of games that I traded in that I really wish I hadn't done, like Alien Isolation was phenomenal. I platinumed that, it took so long. Not quite as long as The Last of Us, though. I racked up a good 111 hours. I got an email off of PlayStation saying that that was the game I spent the most time on this year, and I've racked up 112 hours. And most of that was, well, I want to say about a good third of that was just on the online, trying to go for those 2 online trophies, which Hunter and Firefly, which you get for completing, I think it's 70 or 72 online games, which is a long time. Now, yeah, there are tricks to sort of get past that and stuff, but it's still a very long time to play. But I did really enjoy it. I actually thought the online was pretty underrated. I really enjoyed it. It was difficult to start with, and that's probably why most people will put off, but I loved it. The online, I thought it was great when you really get into it and you get to learn the maps and the gameplay itself, because it's not like other sort of online shooters. It's a lot different. You've got to be a lot more tactical, and it can be really difficult. You know, you can't just run into a room and take out 3 guys. you know, you are going to die. So you've got to sort of... It would have been really cool if I had other friends to play with for it. It would have been a lot more enjoyable. But at the time, I didn't know about the PlayStation forums and all that stuff to sort of find friends to play with, which was a real shame. I did find friends for like Dying Light and stuff, which was great. And that game is phenomenal as well. I really hope I can do a trophy guide for that. But yeah, as I said, I'm just going to be skipping these movies and carrying on. Since I skipped that one pretty quickly, I decided to just leave it in. But we're pretty much at the end of this chapter now. Follow these trails, go outside, and find the U-boat, and we're done. Which is a shame, because I've enjoyed talking to you guys about random stuff that you probably don't care about. But it keeps me going, because... I mean, with the other chapters, I'm going to be able to talk a lot more about strategies and stuff like that, as well as this stuff. However, as I said, this is so linear and so easy. Like, difficulty doesn't affect chapter 2 and 3. It doesn't.
Sully, do you hear that?
So, it's a bit of a, like, you know, if you've managed to complete this game on easy, you aren't going to struggle with this. If you manage to complete it on normal, you aren't going to struggle with this. You're going to be able to complete it on brutal, on crushing, anything, you know, it's not going to be hard. So to finish this chapter off, climb up here, and then up here and you're done. So hopefully that's been enjoyable for you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode.